Real quick, I wanted to touch on something that was just on my mind. I'm a big to-do list person. You don't have to be. Some people don't operate like that. I didn't used to operate like that. But I remember very vividly as they were only a year and a half, 2 years ago, when I only had anywhere from 0 to maybe 2 to 3 hours of work to do every day to contribute towards my personal business. And I used to think that was a lot, but now I'm like, man, like I spend, 1 or 2 hours a day doing the smallest little, maintenance stuff just to keep certain things going. Now I'm to the point where my fiance works with me full time, and just myself, I still put in a good 8 to 12, sometimes more hours a day, and I don't even get anything close to as much done as I would like to. But one of the best feelings ever is really getting down to that bottom of the to-do list. It's really nice starting that day out at 10 or 12 things, and then all of a sudden you finish the day off with anywhere from 0 to 4 things. It's a good feeling. But I wanted to see if it happens to you guys the very next day, because you're on such a roll and you're just cranking out all this stuff. It feels like a dozen more things end up getting added to the bottom of your to-do list. And I wanted to encourage you guys and tell you guys that this is a good thing, and you should think about that very positively. Don't let that, drag on your mental as, in a way that you just can't get anything done or can't keep up. If you are busy and you are grinding and you are working towards something worth having, that to-do list is just going to get longer and longer and longer. And if you really do get to the point where you have nothing on your to-do list, you better either put in an absolutely relentless amount of work for a long time and be on autopilot for a while, or you're simply not doing enough. For the first time ever, I finally have a lens bigger than my 24-70 Sigma, and now that they finally came out with the 70-200, which has been highly anticipated to match the Sony and the Canon 70-200, pretty much the most versatile lens over the 20-70. So now I have all aspects that I could possibly need covered. This isn't going to be a daily lens or a lens that always stays on my camera. There will be specific needs for this lens, but there has been several opportunities over the last couple years where I'm like, man, I wish I had this thing. And by the end of the video, you'll see exactly what it's for. Let me tell you, this thing is literally a bazooka and a sniper, and I don't know, kind of feels like a thermos as well.
I'm sorry, Anakin. For all of it.
Stop! Stop now! Come back! I love you!
Liar! You turned her against me! You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness! You were my brother, Anakin! I loved you!
Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader.
Anakin Skywalker was weak. I destroyed him.
Today's Thursday, March 28th, and we are going to be road tripping just a couple hours to Georgia, opening turkey weekend. Going to be going up there, meeting my buddy Jaden, who I used to hunt with when we were little kids, okay? And if you guys remember some of my OGs that have been following me for a long time, I used to own an outdoor apparel and production company called He's Down Outdoors, or He's Down TV. Okay, I ended up closing up shop on that business right before I started my landscaping business. I ran for about 2.5, 3 years for full time. And one of my biggest regrets in life has been closing down the He's Down business, because it was such a huge passion project and a lot of fun, and really is what got me to where I am today. So through connecting with my old pal Jado again, who's also currently running his own little outdoor business operation, mainly just clothes and apparel and all that good stuff, we're gonna be coming together, restarting the He's Down Outdoors brand, and kicking ass and taking names. I got a couple hour drive to South Georgia, and we're gonna do some preparing over the next 2 days, and then get ready for opening morning on Saturday, and then hunt for a good couple days till we knock some birds down. I'm definitely a man of many hats, but out of all the things I've ever done and all the things I'll ever do, hunting any type of wild game is always gonna be number one to me. I love the fishing stuff, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't even hold a tea to how much I love hunting. My favorite thing my entire childhood until I was a freshman in college and no longer went to school in Georgia at ABAC all I ever did was hunt. So the 2 or 3 times I've been able to hunt since I was literally 19 years old have meant so much to me. You know, and it's hard to think about it. It's hard to watch YouTube videos about it or follow people to do it, because it really gets me emotional thinking about how I can't do that right now. But I've always been, you know, pretty content. Like, I know my time is gonna come, and you know, I'm working my ass off with everything I do right now so that I can do that for the rest of my life, you know, starting at whatever point it is, right? So not being able to hunt has been very hard on me emotionally, and it really gets me, you know, gets me down when I think about it. When you're living a life that you're constantly doing, learning, growing, evolving, making moves, it's really hard to stay on the path that is true to you, who you want to be, and what you want to do. As I said before, the first business I ever started when I was literally 15 years old was just an outdoor-based company, right? Just kind of something I, you know, thought maybe I could print a few t-shirts off, you know, get a few hats, sell it to my close family and friends, and I blew it up to a, you know, nationwide company, had tons of fans, tons of followers, and it was great. But then I ended up having to close it down because of where my life was at, and it no longer became a passion project, and it was nothing but a liability to my mental health. But recently I've been put in a position to where I can start doing this a little bit on the side again, having that passion project back around to, you know, mediate everything in my life, keep me happy, and keep me, you know, fulfilled, and chasing something and doing something that I love on a daily basis, and trying to make sure that every day isn't just, you know, a boring grind. Don't get me wrong, you guys know this about me. I love grinding. I'm a grinder. I'll out-grind anybody in the world. You know, that's the kind of the confidence I have. But it only means so much, and it can only take you so far when you're not enjoying every single aspect. I was just having this conversation on the phone with a good friend of mine a few minutes ago. I would much rather make $100,000 a year doing something I absolutely loved and did literally not feel like work, felt like free money, than doing something that, you know, even was okay, even if I didn't hate it that bad, to make, you know, 3, 4, 5 times the money. I just simply wouldn't do it. You know, it's just not me. I like to enjoy life completely. As I said a second ago, I'm a grinder. I grind on everything I do. You know, I am 100% all in, every big, small, little, doesn't matter. I'm 100% all in at all times on every single little project that I'm into. You might have been able to tell from the past couple minutes of this video that I spent the rest of last week living my best life. For those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that hunting and anything outdoors like that is simply just who I am, what I grew up doing, and my most favorite thing to do in the entire world. It's something that I haven't been able to do much the last about 2 years now, but it wasn't by choice. I've just been, you know, dealt some cards in life, you know, really just all down to, you know, family situations that are completely out of my control. You know, I haven't been able to hunt. I haven't, you know, I'm just too young to be able to afford it, to do it right and properly. And living in Florida, you can't just hunt down the road and get permission, you know what I mean? It's very rare and usually not worth your time to do that in the state of Florida. Luckily, God's put some good people, some good friends in my life. I'm kickstarting another old business of mine, so 2 YouTube videos and 2 new businesses, right? He's Down TV, or He's Down Outdoors. He's Down Outdoors I started when I was 15 years old. I came up with the idea, the name, and the logo all within 45 minutes in my Bible class in August of my sophomore year of high school, which would have been in the fall of 2016. So I started my first business. It was an outdoor barrel-paced company, and turned into kind of a content creation company mixed with, you know, selling some apparel merchandise on the side. We grew 40,000, peaked at 38 point something K on Instagram, and that was before For You pages and Reels and TikToks were a thing, right? It was all like unique reach, not, you know, just what it is now where you can swipe and find new people to follow, right? So had that been around when I ran this business, we'd be in a whole different place of life right now. But God has a plan, right? And look, we're starting it off again, and we're doing it, you know, right. We're doing it perfectly, as perfectly as possible. It was a blast. It's really just a passion project, a passion business. Might make a few dollars, but really only enough to cover, right, the hunting side of things. You gotta make moves and start multiple businesses. It's a normal thing. It's the grind. So this weekend, was insane. Honestly, one of the biggest things I learned throughout this weekend was that you should just freaking do it, man. And I know that sounds like some super generic motivational saying from your favorite, influencer. That's not really what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is whatever it is you want to do in life, just freaking do it, man. Why wait? Why do this first? Why try to make sure you're in this place or that place? Start now, do it. Don't cancel or drop out of everything you're doing now that's gotten you to where you are. You need to be thankful for that and always know, or remember where you came from, but find a way to just do it. Prepare to do it and then do it. Don't ruin what you've been doing unless you need to, but just do what makes you happy. Your life is going to be 100 times better. Imagine if you spend every year of your life doing what makes you happy versus waiting, 40 years or 30 years or 70 years to get you to this point to where, now I can finally do what I want to do, and then your life is over. Or you could have missed it, or you couldn't have lived that long anyways, or maybe, you, because of that, you weren't growing up or going through life with the right people, the right partner, the right mindset, in the right area, or not caring about this when you should have, or whatever. So do what makes you happy, put your faith in the Lord, trust Him every single step of the way, do your due diligence in a spiritual aspect, and recognize that He is the reason for everything you do, every breath you take, and combine, walking through life with faith, and, grinding towards whatever, you want in life. Combine those two things together. God is going to give you what He wants to give you, and where where He knows you need to be, what's truly best for you. Listen, I hope you guys enjoyed this YouTube video. I didn't do exactly all the things in this video that I said I wanted to do as far as getting out and showing you the behind the scenes of my business and what I do on a daily basis. That's just because I was traveling and finally got a good weekend to hunt with the boys and really, draw back into what I love the most. And now I'm just on fire for hunting, and I've been calling people all day trying to figure out where I can turkey hunt here in Florida for the rest of the season. So that's something that you should hopefully start to see more consistently now in my life. And if you do see that, just know that I am so thankful, and because of you guys, I'm living a life, right? Because that I'm wanting to live, that I'm working to live. I've been grinding for years, so hopefully when this opportunity to hunt again and have a business in the hunting industry has come back around, here we are. So, and now God has just put me here to tell you guys this message, right? What we talked about a few minutes ago, to live a life that you want to live, Lord willing. So we'll see you guys next week in the next vlog. Let me know down below what you guys thought of this video. And actually don't. I don't care. I hope you liked it, but I don't care what you think, because I liked this video. See you guys next week.